What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode. I got a headline for you. 6-month-old startup, 80 million, sells to Wix, run by solo entrepreneur.
Man, that sounds too good to be true.
Because it is, Lucas.
All right, but never let the truth get in the way of a great story.
Fuck yeah, I love that one. It's a good line.
All right, so actually the startup called, Base 44,
44.
is making headlines right now because they are sold after 6 months for 80 million to Wix. And what it is basically a vibe coding, similar to Lovable, I guess, where you have like a platform where you just put a prompt in and it creates your back end, front end, and everything. So you can create your own CRM, your own fitness tracker, etc. And I mean, think about it. They built it in 6 months and it sold for 80 million.
All right, but what are the terms of the 80 million, Lucas? Because it's not cash right up front, right?
All right, before we go into the nitty gritty, I want to talk more about also like what they actually be doing and also how much traction they get, right? Because like, is it even like worth it?
All
Like,
right.
what are they paying for? Because man, they're making 6 months. What is it, 2-3 million a month?
Well, what would be a multiple of this kind of stuff, anyways, right? Because we're talking about tech growth
Like,
opportunity
not
and
only
everything.
tech, because
So.
I think it's like cutting edge. Because if I look right now at the current deals, you can see that there's a multiple for normal tech. I don't know, can be between 8 and 10. And then feel like the AI startups, when you also look at, for example, Facebook, what they offered to some of these founders, like just to as a sign up
Really?
bound. So Facebook right now is trying to recruit top talent from OpenAI, and they're like sign up bonus like 100 million or something like this, like crazy
Sign up
yes,
bonus
like
100 million.
it's crazy amount of times because there's like, okay, we want to have the top people. Just
Wait, per person that gets 100
yeah, I
million?
mean, look at it. Let's look it up.
What the fuck is going
Facebook
on?
offers 100 million.
That is insane. All right, well, you look this up. I'm going to talk a little bit about Base 44. So Lucas already mentioned it's like lovable and it's vibe coding. For those who listen or haven't listened to the episodes, we talked about vibe coding. So basically, you can create websites or you code by just using a regular natural language. So you would say, hey, please create a fitness tracker for me. I want to have the specifications that it looks like a mobile app. It has black and blue, whatever, a color scheme, etc. And then it does everything in the background. As well, you can connect directly to a backend. And that can also be usually integrated with the vibe coding. So right in there, also please use the backend. I think most of the time is Supabase and integrated, and then it has all the data, and it's actually creating a real app or real website.
All right, Mark,
That's functional.
to throw in the headline, Sam Altman says Meta offered OpenAI staff 100 million bonuses as Mark Zuckerberg ramps up AI poaching efforts.
Okay, but that's in total, not per person, bro. That's different. There's not Lucas. They're not charging, giving like 100 million bonuses. That's not, bro. There's not a guy gets 100
Meta
million in
recently
bonus.
hiring Scale AI founder Alexander Wang as part of a 14 billion deal.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's not a fucking regular employee.
Yeah, try to
24
poaching over employees by offering a signing bonus as high as 100 million,
maybe the highest guy.
with even larger annual compensation packages. OpenAI chief executive Sam Altman said, while Meta has had to hire a lot of people from OpenAI, so far none of our best people have decided to take them up on them. So, like, what does it tell us, right? Because if you look at the good old Zuck, he always had the good nose, right? For example, he bought
Oh, yeah.
Instagram. He was like, that's the first acquisition of billions. They didn't even make money yet, or barely.
Well, it was just 1 billion. Lucas, it was 900. It was a billion.
Yeah, and then WhatsApp for 16 billion, something like this. Over that, and WhatsApp wasn't even making money, but in the end was probably one of the cheapest acquisitions they ever made.
Well, Instagram also.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Super
a
cheap.
billion. Like right now, how much does Instagram make?
I think $1 billion a day or something.
No, I don't think that much. No, I think
think so.
No. I'm assuming no. This is way too much. But anyways, my point is here that Meta is seeing, even though they have like their own llama, etc., that they need to be cutting edge because it's like it can be a winner takes it all market. So the thing is, the best model, like you want to have the best model, otherwise, man, you don't want to be second. Especially Meta is seeing right now with these glasses, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. They make 200 million per day.
Exactly. Yes.
That's the wild.
I mean, great. Think about it. In 5 days, they make like basically the same amount that they're sold for. Like crazy amount. All right. coming back, I want to say why is like they're focusing so much on AI because they're seeing also, for example, Meta glasses. So they're bringing the Ray-Ban or now the
Well,
Oculus glasses, and they want to have. They see that as the next frontier, and AI makes it. It's so important. It bless you. It's so important to have like the cutting edge in there, and they don't want to be left behind and having to use that.
okay, I want to talk about the Meta glasses as well. Just quick side. I mean, we talked about it in the podcast already, but man, the glasses are Lucas and I talk a lot of Mike about the Meta glasses, and in general, glasses with AI are super cool, and we think this is the new frontier
Hundred
because with
percent.
this, 100% you don't have to take out your phone. They're much more natural. Also, the mic is much better because it's right around your nose.
Oh
So
man, this just oh man.
yeah, because AirPods suck.
The
Honestly, we
only
have
reason we
AirPods.
bought AirPods was because we're like, all right, man, the microphone's gonna be much better. But to be honest, just the physics of it, that you have a microphone like back on your ears and you're speaking from your mouth, is like the distance, like the sound needs to travel somewhere. No, it's not working.
No, exactly. It doesn't work properly. But with those, it will be much better. And then also cameras, you don't have to pull out your phone.
Also, I
It's
wanna
pretty
I want
nice.
to I wanna clarify, like with the headphones, if you're in a silent space, perfect. But if you're walking, like we like taking walks and then having a call because like really nice. But then it's just shitty because so many background noises. It's trying to like, of course, blur it out. But then in the end is like you are so quiet that it can't even hear you. You know what you really need
Oh
is like
yeah.
one of these sales marketing microphones that was like directly next to your mouth, or the really old headphones where you have the microphone cable and you can hold the microphone in
Oh
front of
yeah.
your mouth,
Honestly, they're great.
which is fucking fantastic. Coming back to the Meta glasses, right? They have the microphones directly at the nose as well as the camera. Think about it. You can just like, hey, set a 3 minute timer, etc., or have the later like take a video. I think it's like so cool. And I will also have you seen the latest Google announcement for the glasses with the screen on there? Man,
Yeah, I mean, we watched already. I mean, we talked already on the podcast about it. But coming now back to Base 44, you said about Mark Zuckerberg. He does it, AI play, etc. And look, other people are taking notice of this in the space, especially old school website builders that are like, for example, I'm going to say old school, like Wix. They're the older generation, like Wix, WeWeb, for
they were the
example.
first for I guess non-code or low code.
Exactly. But they're not like, look, we got to do something. Otherwise, we're going to be left behind. They already have a massive user base. And if they can integrate this into their user base already, people are going to pay big bucks for them.
So
It's just like distribution, right? They have the distribution. Get just fucking another
that's the
tech in
thing. You
there.
can have like an upgrade. You pay. You have already a subscription, and they're like, all right, if you upgrade to the next tier, which I don't know, 100 euros must or more or something like this, you can just give it to all the user base. Actually, Mark, what is the market cap of Wix? I checked it out.
Well, 5 billion.
8.83 billion. So, and they bought something for like 80 million. And now I also want to talk about how much revenue Base 44 made, right? Because they had in their I think first few weeks, they had already 125,000 users, something like this. No, 10,000 10,000 users within the first 3 weeks. All right, caveat there. What are 10,000 users? Log in, tried it once. That's a 10,000. That's 10,000 users.
Yeah, that's true. But I also read in I think they made 140,000 in net in profit.
189,000 profit in May
Exactly, which is already really good. Think about it, after
after
5 months.
covering high LLM token costs. Oh, Mark,
And this is not round profit. I think they had 9 employees,
yeah, yeah.
8 employees plus the founder. That's good. They're getting a good salary already.
Also, what I think is like very fantastic, I want to talk about the Frenchie. The Frenchie.
Ah, le
Le
Claude.
Claude.
Le Claude, our best
Because like
friend.
now people, if you think about it, you're thinking like, oh my god, they developed all the AI
That's more
features,
accent.
etc. But what they actually do, it's technically just a wrapper, right? Because they're using Claude as the model to develop. Because honestly, Mark, from your experience, what do you think? OpenAI or Claude? The Frenchie.
Look, my boy Claude is the best for coding right now. Honestly, I've tried ChatGPT and I use it both for backend questions as well as front end questions, and it's just so much better. Like it understands exactly what you want to do, API requests, and the results for me have been much better. So I understand. I mean, pretty much all the vibe coders have been using Anthropic and thereby Claude. So 100%, it's a good choice. And like Lucas said, basically they have a wrapper, right? So they just use the Claude model and then have an input field, and then they have, I don't know, something at the back end that works there, and just an interface. But it doesn't matter. The cool thing is they just need to get the users, and then if Claude, when Claude gets better, people will fucking stick to it, because then just like make it look nicer. The same, why would fucking people pay for a personal trainer or something or whatever
if
app?
it's
They
everything
can do it.
free on the internet. But that brings me, I
Exactly.
just want to say mention that because for all the haters, right? Because they're like, oh man, that's just a rapper. But you can see like you can sell for 80 million, make 189,000 per month, which like let's say this per, if you calculate per year, what is that, like 2 million, 2.2 million roughly?
Bro, anything is a wrapper.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking any SaaS product is a wrapper on
By the way, the
AWS.
multiple is 30 something
That's
X.
SQL.
That's 30 something X on profit.
Well, yeah,
Because
true.
it's like
I guess, but
2.2 million roughly more or
yeah.
less a year. And then 80 million. Is that,
Yeah, but that's the thing. Look, these kind of things are valued on trajectory.
oh,
How fast are they growing?
100%.
Like after 5 months, think about the first month is just really building,
Also,
release. Is it 5 months after release or 5 months start building? Because that makes a huge difference.
but I also believe in general, price is not determined, it's more determined on how much value you bring, right? Because like an
It
item can
is.
have a certain different value for each person. For them, if they can integrate it and they can make directly in the first year 50 million more just by because offering that service to their current customer base, it's
Well,
super cheap.
also risk mitigation for them. How much? How much are they not possibly losing in
Oh yeah,
customers?
exactly. We still want to switch because I mean we tried also Lovable, other websites, and we're like, okay, I didn't like it too much.
They're good, but the thing is, they're not great yet. Because if you don't know how to code, you're fucked.
Yeah, but that's why you have trajectories. Right? You look at like last year, man, most of them were horrible, and now they are already so much better. Think about like next year, Claude, the new Frenchie, when the new Frenchie version comes out, it's gonna be super nice. But that also brings me always back to the same point: distribution is king. It doesn't matter. Like in the
100%.
future, you can build an app within a few minutes and can does will do everything you want, but as long as you don't have a distribution network, it won't help you.
So coming back, so people should then create audiences, or is it more better? Is it more important to get a distribution co-founder?
I think a well, I believe if you, you can't build a community or it's not something you want to do, okay? Because in the end, if you don't like being on Instagram, etc., it's not worth doing just to for doing sake. Because then you will never have like an audience. But if you like building products like this, you should definitely get an audience co-founder because that will make it. That's also one of the things for our next project. We definitely want to have one in our team because we believe like we are good at building products, but the problem is distribution has been always for us the biggest struggle. And I think once you figure this out, it makes it much easier.
100%,
And it doesn't
100%.
matter whether you give them like the basically co-founder shares. Because in the end, it's like, what do you want? A
Or it doesn't even
tiny
have to be co-founder. You could be look, we're not talking about a single partner, right? It could be a company that you're partnering with. You can't be like, look, let's create a venture, a joint venture, and they're the
yeah,
distribution.
but I was talking about the percentage of shares.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can give them, bro, if they have massive amount of distribution, you can give them 49%.
At the beginning, right? If you say, okay, we are at the beginning of the status, we having a product, but we don't have traffic
Yeah,
yet.
exactly.
Yeah.
You just build it with them. You just say, look, and then fuck yeah, let's go. The only thing you do is distribution.
100%. This also brings me back now. I believe that's fucking Base 44 is a great example. I think like now we will see more and more of these acquisitions. And these acquisitions, like you can see, they it's just the vibe coding. They build it in a few months and they're selling for big money because the already
Big money.
yeah,
Big
buddy. I mean,
money.
80
Lots of
lots of
money.
all of
Just one big money that they're getting.
no, but it's I was thinking I was for me it's more to see that because the older companies are seeing value like what they can extra like offer an extra service, and for that if you are able to solve this with a new AI solution you can sell it for much more. It was like because right now there's a new revolution because like people to build this internal with AI with all the infrastructure it's easier to buy the company.
100%. I mean, we've already seen it. Like, integration on a bigger company, even companies that have like 50 to 100 or 150 people, they're much slower.
Oh man, like yeah, we're seeing it right now with the integration. Is you have to, if you're a founder, you're used to different speeds, and as soon as there's like bigger organizations, it just takes longer because also like because they have security measures, etc., approvals.
Unless they still give you the independent status.
Exactly, yeah, it's a different story. But then it's also a lot of trust. That's the thing.
100%. They need to
Yeah.
know, like, look, we want you to be under our wing. We got the money for you, but hell yeah, brother. You gotta fucking
All right. All right. I want to wrap this up. Guys, if you like this episode, please let us know. Leave a comment below. In general, this hypes us up, or it hypes me up at least, to see
hell yeah, bro.
like a company in 6 months selling for 80 million because they're able to solve a problem and then find the right company to acquire them. So for me, let's go. Fucking amazing. Gets me pumped.
Me too, bro. All right, that's
Bye,
it.
everybody. Peace.
Cheers.